Hi guys, so in this tutorial I want to show us how to draft the style on display. Now this is a children's Danshiki outfit, as you can see the picture on the screen, and the measurement areas are the same method which we have shown us on how to do the adult's own. Now the first thing you need to know is how to fold. Now this folding we got it from the customer's chest value, sorry, the shoulder value. So the shoulder we had is a shoulder of 13, so divided by 2 is 6.5 this way, and then the sleeve length is 7, so you mark 7 here, and then extra 2 inches or 1.5 inch for the folding. So this is ideal for me. So this is how you are going to fold your fabric, your customer shoulder divided by 2 plus the sleeve length. This is going to be a kind of a short sleeve plus extra 2 inches. So once you have gotten to this extent, so the next thing you do now is to mark out your baseline. So you gently mark out your baseline as shown from here. You mark out your baseline this way, and after this, the next you do is you add extra 3 inches or 3 inches ideal for the folding, right? So for some persons that will ask me how many yards for this, I will not be able to tell you how many yards, but you should know that children's sizes are different, like it varies. So you are the one to decide on the yardage to buy. But what I bought for my client here is 3.5 and 3 yards for the size measurement I have. I don't know his age, but it should be around 8 to 9 years, 10 years thereabout. So after you have gotten to this point, then you put the length on the top. So with the length we are going to use would be we are going to use a length of 27, right? Let's do it 28, 20, 27. So it's okay, 27. So you mark all through this way, and after you have marked 27 this way, now the next you do is you double this in this form, and then you connect the line from here, connect the line from here. So after this connection, this is your working range now, and then you're going to slant or drop the shoulder by 4 inches because of it's a small boy. So I'm using 4 inches to drop, right? 4 inches to drop. Remember that in adult case we use 7, so here you can use 4 or 5. That's just the essence of this video, to show you how to drop the children's dashiki. So we can do 5, you can do 4, right? So let's do 5 just to make it to be more relaxed. Then you mark your shoulder with the shoulder we had, the shoulder of 13, 6.5 this way, plus extra 7 inches right there, then plus extra 1.5 or 2. So you mark it this way. Then on that line is where you're going to drop your shoulder by the 2 inches, right? Sorry, 5 inches, right? So this is my shoulder, so which I have dropped here by 5 inches. So you can decide to drop 4, 3.5, depends on the size of your ball. So the neck value we have for this ball is 13. So divide by 6, which I have taught us in previous videos how to calculate the neck width and the neck depth. So do well to watch it so that you can follow suit to illustrate to draft yours. And then you connect the lines all through this way. Then from here you go in this form. After this, connect from here to the neck width, just like this. And then once you have gotten to this point, so you are going to, let me just assume that this line is coming down this way. Then I'll try to mark my armhole opening, so which I am going to use 7 inches for the armhole plus extra 1 for the closure. So from that point, coming by 1.5, you can use 2 if you want. Then mark the line to go all through this way, which I believe by now you must have known why it's this way. I've taught us this in our adult class. Then here, coming by 2.5 or 3 this way. Then from there, you take it all out. Make sure it's balanced. You take it all out from there this way. So you see the essence of this, my ruler I'm using. It's a very perfect rule. Then here, you remember that this is where we are ending it on. So you are going to make a curve from here. You just gently make a curve from here and connect. So this is for the danshiki for the child. So you now cut it out. You see how simple it is. So it's not hard. So you cut it out from here as well. Cut out from here as well. Cut it out from here. So this is the danshiki for the boy. So if you have a small boy's measurement you're working with, please do well to use the same method I'm using here to illustrate for to draft it for him. It will come out nicely. So don't forget to give me a thumbs up in this video. If you got value from this tutorial, give me a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel as well. So this is for the danshiki, right? For the boy. So here we are going to cut the back as well. So now for the back raising, remember that we used 5 inches to drop. So the raising here we are going to use 2.5 because the joining pattern is going to be similar with the adult pattern, but you reduce the raisins. These are the things you do that makes the work to fit properly on the boy. So you connect all through this way. Then the same pattern or the same procedures you use in getting our back neck width is how you also get the back neck width as well. Then the back neck depth remains 1/4. It's not up to 1.5. Then 1/4 is 2.5 here. Double of whatever you have here is you double it here, and then you connect all through this way. Connect all through this way. So you cut it out. So the reason I am showing you for the children is for us to have a better understanding and clearer view on how these things are done, so that you don't make the mistake of not following the pattern. So you cut all through this way. So make sure that once you're cutting for the back panel, you make it to be a bit longer, a bit wider, then go in again. So this extends like 1 inch wider. Now the reason is because when you turn this to the front, it corresponds with this, as you can see how it's corresponding right there. So I will cut the sides. I'll also show you how to do that as well. So you cut and make sure that you also leave that 1 inch at the baseline. So if you want to see the sewing of this video, kindly comment on this video so I will know you are watching, because if I have enough views I will drop the sewing tutorial. So you cut all through this way. So this is how you go about it. Now you make sure you balance the back edge by folding it to come down in front, and make sure that anything that is encroaching here is being trimmed out, both on the neck region and on the armhole region as well. So you carefully get this you carefully get this all through. Then fine-tune the neckline properly. So this is all you need to do. So we are done with the front and the back panel. So the next you are going to do will be cutting of the flap and the piping, so which I might still show you guys when we are doing the sewing tutorial. So if you want to see the sewing, any comment sewing, and tell me thanks in the comment section. Tell me also where you're watching from, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.